One area of our health that often gets overlooked in really medicine in general, and even in functional or holistic medicine, is this area of our lymph, right? Our lymph flow through the body, which is carrying nutrients, it's helping to move toxins out of our system and plays a really important role in our mood and mental health as well. And so, when someone is struggling with their mood, with anxiety, depression, brain fog, not sleeping well at night, I always want to assess how well they are detoxing and draining toxins from their system. And the lymph system has a big piece to play in this, not just the liver. And so I want to talk about one way you can support lymph drainage, especially from the brain and the head, to really help with mental clarity, energy, and help to support your mood. And this really relates to the idea in herbal medicine of stagnation, right? We know that when things are stagnant, they're not moving, that we have a buildup of toxins, we have a lack of flow of nutrients and oxygen and blood and energy to these different areas of the body. And then that outflow of drainage of toxins from different areas in our brain is really susceptible to being stressed from toxins from daily stressors, and our brain is always on, right? It's always active even when we're sleeping, and in fact, that's really when the brain is detoxing. And we have special lymph cells in the brain that come in and kind of sweep out the toxins while we're sleeping. And so I want to show you a really simple technique that you can do to help support lymphatic drainage from the head, the neck, the face, the brain in order to support your mood and energy. There's a little bonus to this as well, and that it really can help you look better, right? It can help with your skin, kind of release some of the puffiness and help your skin to be a little more glowing and look a little more alive and energetic. So, let me show you how you can actually stimulate your lymph nodes and lymph drainage very simply. And I like to do this in the morning. I take a shower in the morning, so I often do this in the shower. And I find that I use a little bit of a cleanser on my face that, glides over the skin really easily. So that's a really simple way to do this. But you don't have to be in the shower. You can just do this after you've washed your face in the morning or at night before bed. But again, I find the morning a really nice time to do this because we've accumulated a lot of toxic buildup over the night as we were sleeping. And then we're going to help to release that in the morning when we get up and start moving around. So, the first thing we want to do is actually start here at the collarbones. You, of course, can find your collarbones and you can see that there's a little depression right there at the base of the collarbones. And so you really just want to take your hand and moving down and out, kind of a J shape or a backwards J on the other side. And you're moving just gently. You want to use firm but gentle pressure. It shouldn't be painful, shouldn't leave your skin red or irritated. And we're actually opening up and allowing drainage into these lymph nodes at the base of the neck, at the right at the clavicle area. Okay. And just do that about 5, 6 times. And then as we've opened that up, we can start moving upward towards the head, and we'll start with the neck. And so here, I like to start kind of right at the base of the jawline. And, I'm just using a couple of fingers to gently move things down my neck. And I like to kind of hold the skin here at my jawline just so we're not tugging, right? We want the skin to really stay firm and nice and tight. And we don't want to pull it down too much because I don't know about you, but I don't really want a sagging neck. And again, I'm starting there kind of that corner of my jawline and just drawing gently downward with my fingers. I often use a gua sha tool as well. These are really beautiful, usually made out of jade, little tools that are used to help move lymphatic. And I do a nice gua sha massage after I've done this lymphatic drainage, but you can even use that tool to do this part if you like. So I might also do just a little bit here. And then I also find tapping here under the jaw to be really nice, kind of starting right under the ear and moving towards my chin area and then down the neck. Okay. And then you want to go to your ear, and your ear has a lot of lymph nodes as well around it that will drain into those lymph nodes. And you're going to take your fingers, kind of do a split here with your fingers and around your ear. And then again, gently but firmly, we're just allowing the fingers to kind of stroke downwards around the back of the ear, the front of the ear, and then down the neck. 5 or 6 times. And go ahead and swallow after you've done this movement. And really, as you're doing all of these different areas of the face, you can swallow. That action of swallowing helps to move that lymph that you're releasing down into the rest of the body, right? So it can be eliminated. So there we go. We're going to do both sides. And you can also do another nice little technique. This also will help to release lymph, but it can help to stimulate your vagus nerve as well. So I'm just taking a pinky finger, putting it in my ear here, and just did a little gentle tug downward and kind of towards the back of my head. And you may find this to be really relaxing actually because of the way that it stimulates that vagus nerve. And then I'm going to move to actually the back of my head first. And I'm finding that little ridge there at the base of my skull, right? There's a little, almost like a little hollow depression. And I'm just kind of gently, you can tap that or gently just massage. And then you want to kind of move down the neck, right? Massaging from the base of the hairline, being careful not to pull your hair, of course, and moving that outward, downward and outward. And then from here, I'm going to put my hands, the palms, on my shoulders. My elbows are up. And as I bring my elbows down, right, I'm going to kind of just pull very gently towards the front to release that lymph from the back of the neck and the head into these lymph nodes we have here at the base of our collarbones. And I'm noticing as I'm doing some of these movements and different practices on my face that I'm kind of noticing a little bit of a release of fluid and kind of almost mucus in the back of my throat. So I make sure if you notice that you're swallowing, right, you're moving that down and out. And then I'm going to move to my face. And around my eyes, I like to just tap, right? This is another area that's fairly sensitive. So you can use your ring finger or your middle finger to really just tap gently, kind of that starting at the corner and moving outward in a slightly upward motion. And if I'm in the shower and have cleanser on, I might also just kind of gently, very gently here. We're not pulling the skin. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to move the lymph. And then from here, I'm going to do this really gently since I'm not in the shower right now, but I like to just take my fingers and moving over the cheekbones and then down the face. And again, 5 or 6 times is all you need. And then I go up to the forehead, and I like to start at the forehead, pull up just a little bit, and then bring that down 5 or 6 times on each side. And I like to go all the way down again to that base of the jawline, feeling that need to swallow again. And really cleaning out. And this again is going to really help depuff the face, but you're moving that lymph fluid that's carrying toxins and buildup from our system down and out and into our eliminatory processes. So really valuable way to move that lymph. And the final thing I do then is I find the crown of my neck, and I really like to just kind of tap along the top of my head, even around the back, all over the skull, spending a little extra time here at the top of the head, at the crown. And interestingly, these are also important acupressure points, and in Ayurvedic tradition, these are called marma points that are known to be energetic points in the body. So tapping and stimulating these areas helps to just kind of bring in a little more energy, clarity, focus. So that's something you can even try while maybe you're just sitting at your desk feeling a little tired. You can do a little tapping around your head, on your face, even under the ear. Do a little pulling on your ear to notice how that stimulates your vagus nerve. It helps with relaxation. And so, really simple technique you can try, only takes a few minutes, and it will help to move and that lymph fluid out and carry those toxins out of the brain, away from that precious brain that we want to protect, and make sure that we're also opening up these pathways so we can bring fluid, energy, oxygen, and nutrients into this area of the body so we have more clarity and focus and more energy. So give that a try and let me know how it goes.